Welcome to Wisdom of the Bible channel. Before we begin, it's important to note that there are various types of angels. Many religions around the world include angels in their beliefs, meaning there are different ways to interpret them. In this presentation, I will follow the Christian perspective, especially from Catholicism. If you are not Christian or Catholic, you may still recognize some names and classifications, though certain details could differ. According to Christian teaching, angels are not gods but divine beings that sprang from the sacred. God brought them into existence to bridge the gap between people and the divine. Their wings make traveling between earth and heaven easier. They never experience birth or death, do not reproduce, and have no fixed shape, though they may appear human. They have no specific height or weight, and we don't know precisely when they were first formed. We only know they were already present at the start of Earth's creation. Though they are wiser than we are, they do not possess all knowledge. Angels stay close to God and stand ready to help people. While their exact number is unclear, the book of Revelation mentions countless multitudes. In the Middle Ages, several thinkers attempted to classify angels into different choirs. Following biblical sources, Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas proposed a hierarchy, starting from the lower levels. The angels nearest to humanity reside in this tier, and they can intervene in our daily lives. These angels are believed to act as messengers, delivering crucial revelations to people when required. Because they dwell so near to God, these angels wield substantial power and wisdom, subtly impacting our lives through devotion and prayer. Guardian angels, in particular, stand closest to us. They are chosen by God to shield and lead each person from birth until passing. Many hold that each individual has a personal guardian angel serving as a spiritual protector, shielding them from both physical and unseen perils, and guiding them to do what is right. Even so, guardian angels rank below other orders in the angelic hierarchy. Nonetheless, they watch over us and may offer signals if danger is near. That uneasy feeling you sense could be your guardian angel alerting you. Archangels, however, carry out God's commands that surpass our understanding. The most famous is Michael, who is the only figure named as an archangel in Scripture. I will share a biblical text that refers to Michael as an archangel. In Jude 9 it says, "When the archangel Michael argued with a demon, he disputed the body of Moses, and did not dare to fulminate against him a sentence of execration, but he only said that the Lord himself rebuke you." Gabriel, seen as another archangel, is not explicitly called one but is consistently portrayed as God's primary messenger, as when he told Mary she would bear Jesus. Raphael is another well-known angel, linked to healing and the safeguarding of travelers. Typically, people speak of 7 archangels, but only these 3 names are widely recognized. Other traditions mention angels like Uriel and Jophiel. Each archangel is thought to have a unique role, sharing God's will with both humans and lesser angels. They are often depicted as celestial warriors battling evil, regarded as leaders of heaven's armies against Satan. Principalities play a key role in both spiritual and worldly realms, delivering God's messages to leaders such as kings and princes. They also watch over cities and nations, striving to keep the world at peace. Scripture references them multiple times, including in Daniel, where Gabriel discusses the Prince of Persia and the Prince of Israel. These angels are said to be crucial in fulfilling God's plans, cooperating with other angelic orders to safeguard humankind and preserve cosmic order. Yet principalities can be severe with anyone who defies divine guidance. They often appear carrying a scepter and crown, marking their authority, and sometimes hold a cross, signifying faith and devotion. Principalities' importance is unquestionable, ensuring harmony and justice across creation. Their presence signifies that God's will is upheld. We should remember their role and be grateful for their guidance and protection in our world. Though some see them as lower than the highest orders, principalities hold a vital place in heaven's ranks. They help keep balance and ensure that God's plan unfolds correctly. We should always value their guardianship and appreciate the direction they offer our lives. This second sphere is considered essential, perched between heaven and earth. It hosts angels who tirelessly execute God's commands, preserve cosmic harmony, and fulfill the divine plan. These heavenly beings also engage in spiritual conflicts against evil, striving to defend God's design. In this sphere, angels act as God's envoys, passing on messages of love, peace, and direction to anyone open to spiritual connection. They offer solace and optimism in challenging moments, affirming a greater power at work in our lives. Certain traditions hold that through prayer and meditation, we can reach out to these angels and request their aid whenever we need it. They are ever ready to lead us along a path of light and compassion, helping us achieve our higher calling. Hence, we can rely on their wisdom, assured that caring divine forces watch over us. These beings possess remarkable focus, since they handle and reshape divine thoughts. Often depicted wielding a flaming sword to repel demons, they also protect humanity's records, as well as living creatures and natural elements like earth, water, fire, and air. Referred to as powers, they are portrayed as armored warriors, always prepared to stand against darkness. Their purpose is to preserve the universe's divine balance and guarantee that good triumphs over evil. They convey God's intentions to various angelic groups, including principalities and other powers. This detail matters, since some demons were once angels who turned away from grace. These angels carry out vital divine duties, aiding in conquering challenges and bolstering faith. They can work miracles and are often portrayed as young men holding a staff, or as winged figures radiating beams of light, symbolizing the sacred force moving through them. Acting as essential agents of God, these angels support people in defeating difficulties and fortifying their trust. Miraculous acts are within their power, and they often manifest as youthful figures with a staff or as luminous winged entities, illustrating the divine energy coursing through them. Besides reinforcing belief and guarding us from harm, angels can also influence the natural world, pacifying storms and quakes. Called dominions, they are God's ministers, depicted as possessing considerable might and authority, functioning as cosmic rulers and judges. They grasp moral truth and can move people to align with God's plan. They ensure God's will is accomplished, represent divine justice, and can appear in Scripture as agents who discipline those who rebel against God. They are shown bearing a sword to signify their command over evil. They also preserve universal balance, and being among the oldest angels, they hold both a scepter and sword to highlight their authority over lower ranks. These angels stand nearest to God, devoted to exalting Him and observing divine mysteries. They are depicted as majestic and striking, sometimes seen as heavenly warriors dressed in armor and wielding swords. Possessing significant power, they act as links between the upper angelic realms and humankind. Thrones safeguard God's power and delegate tasks to lower orders, typically emerging as youthful figures or bright swirling lights. They often hold a harp, reflecting their deep love for music in praising God. They are linked with humility and recognized for their steadfast commitment to the divine will, never questioning or wavering. Because of this, they stand as symbols of service and surrender to God. Once Adam and Eve were cast out of Eden, angels were assigned to guard that place, the tree of life, and sacred writings. These particular angels, called cherubim, are portrayed with wings and the faces of a bull, man, eagle, and lion. As time passed, depictions of cherubs became gentler, sometimes shown as childlike figures, such as the chubby cherub in Raphael's Italian art. In certain belief systems, cherubim have multiple eyes, representing their all-seeing nature. They are seen as close to God, devoted to constant worship. Seraphim, considered some of the oldest and purest angels, guard the sacred throne. They are depicted with 3 sets of wings, one shielding their faces so they do not forever gaze upon God, one for flight, and one covering their feet, or in some accounts covering their reproductive area, reflecting their non-reproductive nature. In Hebrew, seraphim translates to the one who burns. For this reason, they are often shown surrounded by flames or a radiant glow. A known example is Metatron, sometimes called the supreme angel or God's scribe, and in certain texts, he is described as the angel closest to God. Metatron is typically portrayed as an immense figure with multiple wings and eyes, indicating his vast knowledge and presence. Tradition says he is among the select angels who directly converse with God. Another entity mentioned is Leviathan, the immense sea serpent, occasionally seen as a form of seraph but ultimately a fallen angel in some traditions. Thank you for engaging with this account of angelic beings.